Round 7 of the Ford Fiesta Challenge at Silverstone. And front row of the grid, Gordon Shedden and Colin Stankham. Shedden on pole position. Stankham, the reigning champion, in car number 1 alongside him. Matt Pinney in 3rd place. There is Alan Blenko, who's 4th on the grid. Gareth Howell, 25 car, in 5th spot. Another one of the regular front runners. So they're all present at the sharp end of the grid. And in the celebrity car, the guest driver this weekend is Caroline Menu, wife of Swiss Alain Menu, the British touring car champion, who of course races in the Ford Mondeo team in the British touring cars. Oh dear, was that a hint of an early getaway there for Colin Stankham? I rather fancy it might have been either that, or he's very good on the anticipation of the lights. Whatever, it's the black car from the outside of the front row of the grid that comes across the nose of poleman Gordon Shedden to take the lead. Matt Pinney in 3rd place in the dark orange car, 27, and Alan Blenko being eased out of 4th place as Gareth Howell leads a little train going past him on the inside line. Well, Colin Stankham loses the lead and loses 2nd place as well as they get down to Maggots, as Gordon Shedden leads now from Matt Pinney, and Stankham down to 4th place because Gareth Howell has come up from 5th on the grid into 3rd place. I'm not quite sure what Colin Stankham did wrong there, but whatever it was substantially not right. Oh dear, 2 more off on the grass. Now, fortunately, no rollers there, as we had at Alton Park in the last round of the championship. Stankham gets a little nerf from behind, just to remind him that he's not at the tail of the queue. Still, Gordon Shedden leads from Matt Pinney and Gareth Howell in 3rd place. There's Colin Stankham in 4th in the black machine. And he is leading the rest of the field all together. Still closely bunched. Shedden, Pinney in 2nd place, Howell in 3rd. Now, Gordon Shedden and Gareth Howell had a very close race indeed at Alton Park and didn't manage to get a real overtaking manoeuvre between the two of them. Shedden was ahead on the grid, Howell was in 2nd place and couldn't get past him. Caroline Menu finds out that it's not quite as easy as her husband may have promised her, and spins there in the complex for the first time. Still Gordon Shedden leading from Matt Pinney, Gareth Howell in 3rd place, Colin Stankham in 4th. And Matt Pinney looking to make a move on the race leader here. He's close enough. Oh, and not quite able to do it there. Gordon Shedden very deep indeed on the brakes. Matt Pinney just couldn't get it together there. If he'd stayed off the brakes any longer, he would have slid right into it. 25 is Gareth Howell in 3rd place. Colin Stankham going with them now and leaving the rest of the field behind. And Gareth Howell being forced to go around the outside of Matt Pinney. That changes to the inside line eventually, but he's going to go thumping up over the curbs first. No, he's not actually. Pinney giving him racing room. That was very generous of him, and he may come to regret that when they get to bridge, with Gareth Howell still alongside. Pinney has the inside line, but now if Howell can just hang in there, he may be able to outbrake him here, and he does. Well, it takes some time building up there, and Matt Pinney very generously giving Gareth Howell room as they came out of Abbey, and in the end paying the price because Gareth Howell just stayed there. The unweighted inside wheel finally touches down again just as they swing right into the Luffield corner. The long turn that comes out onto the main straight. Gordon Shedden leads. Gareth Howell 2nd, Matt Pinney in 3rd place, the orange car. Colin Stankham in 4th, the black machine. And lazily, almost spinning round, Scott Lorry there. Getting further and further away from him and then finally letting go. And they are still at it in 77, Ben Roper, and 30, Terence Clark, who were the two that went off on the grass together on the first lap. Still wheel to wheel and door to door. Nick Padley here in the 23 machine, right with car number 5, which is Gordon Blenko. work their way back up the order. Blenko leading them, Stankham being swallowed up by the pack. And here is Caroline Menu. Obviously a bit of practice in the car, but most of the people that get to drive the guest car are non-racers and people who work in the business or around the business, press, media, and in this case Caroline Menu, wife of Alan Menu, the Ford Works driver. Still that battle continues behind between Ben Roper and Terence Clark as Alan Blenko holds off Nick Padley. The lead trio some way ahead now: Gordon Shedden, Matt Pinney and Gareth Howell, and this is the battle for fourth place. Alan Blenko leading them through. Nick Padley, the white machine, Colin Stankham in sixth position, and then Roper and Clark door to door in seventh and eighth. Well, Alan Blenko proving very hard indeed to upset by Nick Padley. He's just not having any of it. Further back, John Flack in 2 and John Batchelor in 14. Last but for Caroline Menu, and still having a great dice between themselves. Nick Padley with the little gold flames up the car there, really trying hard to find a way, force a way past Alan Blenko. There's Ben Roper, 77. And Terence Clark right with him still. Long time since we've seen race leader Gordon Shedden, because it's been pretty static out front. Caroline Menu, I'm sure enjoying herself, and probably a little bit more so without all the pressure of lots of cars around. Look at this. This is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th positions all together. Blenko, Padley, then Stankham, the black car, then Roper and Clark. And Jason Bartella is next up, leading the next little group. But Gordon Shedden pulling away from Gareth Howell and Matt Pinney, making this look very easy indeed. With such equal machinery, it's anything but. Once a driver gets the knack for these things, they can make a big difference. Well, comfortable victory for Gordon Shedden, over 4 seconds ahead of Gareth Howell at the end. Matt Pinney in third place, and at the line Blenko, Padley, Stankham and Roper ahead of Clark and Bartella. So close racing, but they just couldn't unseat Alan Blenko from fourth place.